Hey, what's going on? Welcome late at night, Costa Rica sounds. But this video is about Costa Rica for families, especially about why I believe most schools in Costa Rica suck. And of course, it's totally up to you what your thoughts are. But I was thinking, how about just that I share my thoughts? Why am I making this video? Well, because my inbox is exploding about questions of the school, about the schools that my kids are following. Although my oldest even graduated, she got her diploma. She's of high school now. She's almost 19, and she was very, very happy with her online education. And my son is following that too. He's 13, and because a lot of people want to ask me a lot of stuff about it, I decided I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna share how it all started, homeschooling, online schooling, why and where and how. And also my thoughts about what's going on in the world, how the values are changing in the world, but often not in schools, etc., etc. Just a Muriel video. If you know me by now, you know that I am making videos since my move to Costa Rica in order to share everything I have learned myself. And thanks to the many questions I received so far, I have an online business. So thanks to my entrepreneurship that I am since 2013, but I quit my job thanks to my successful online business in 2015. I am able to basically live and earn from anywhere in the world as long as there's an internet connection and I have my laptop. I have coaching programs, digital courses. I create some books, but that's not what this video is about. But if you're interested, you can always check the description below my videos or reach out to me. Let me see how the lightning is. I decided to be... No, I think it's good, right? This is better. Let me just sit like this. It was very impulsive because I just received another question again about schools in Costa Rica. So, how did it all started, guys? The lockdowns in the world, but also in Costa Rica, created a chaos on the international schools that my children were on. It was the school Futuro Verde in Cobano, that's in Punta Arenas, Costa Rica. When we became expats in Costa Rica, this was the school that had the best value, that was valued best. It was acknowledged by a lot of people, and we decided to just go with the flow and do what most people did, most expats. So that's how my kids did the first 1.5 years during our first time in Costa Rica. We got to know a lot of our friends, and they got to know a lot of their friends, and that was it. However, my oldest child, now almost 19, always she didn't really like it. She said it's so they required so much discipline, and they are kind of, how do you say that? They have such strict rules. Mom, sometimes it's ridiculous, but I just ignore it because we were not used to homeschool our kids. I work from home and I didn't really feel to have my kids around as well. And I think, it's important to hang out with kids of the same age and stuff. And make friends and just, it's what we always done. But then the lockdowns, chaos, and you must know that an international school like that one probably is not even the cheapest or the most expensive one in Costa Rica. But this, I paid more or less between $500 and $600 per child per month. And that was exclusive transportation, like the school bus and the food plan, so they can have food at school. So, we paid quite an amount per month, but okay, we did it. But the chaos during the lockdowns showed us that school, and not just that school, all schools, most schools were not fit to teach online. So it was chaotic, and my kids were stressed, and behind assignments we got stressed because, I have my coaching students, and now I had to facilitate my kids. And basically, since the lockdowns took so long, we decided, you know what, we're gonna pause it, because also they didn't lower the price and the quality was below zero. um and then somehow, word of mouth, we happened to hear about this online learning program, IVLA. And you must know, I'm not an affiliate. I'm not earning when I promote this name, but a lot of people I've referred to the school because my kids were so happy. Why? It's an acknowledged school, so when they graduate from the school, kids are accepted on universities all around the world. And they were already online 8 or 9 years. Kids who live on ships, kids who have parents who travel a lot, kids who live in the center of the jungle or in the desert. And this fitted our situation more or less. Like, we do not live in the deep jungle, but we are like on our own. We don't need to, because we work from home. And our kids already had friends. They really felt like, give us an online school and we can do it. So we watched some tutorials, and we watched the recording of a Zoom where a lot of questions were answered. And then we found out it's a very interactive video, system-based school program, which is allowing the parents not to be able to teach, but literally only to facilitate. So yes, I did sit next to my son several hours per day at the start to help him follow the classes and get to know everything. But basically, the school system is created that they could do it very independent. They have a success coach, and basically, we fell in love with the program. However, our oldest was able to do it on her own, more or less. And they even offered tutoring and Q&A and all kinds of support. They have a success coach who is keeping up with grades and informing parents and is your contact person. And they even organize class hangouts with the attendance of a teacher. So someone is an adult is there to keep it a safe place. So there's all these facilitations. I was blown away. I still am blown away. And it was more than half of the price that I paid for the local or the international school here. And I found out that for my son, it was best to have some tutoring, offline tutoring, here of a retired teacher who just supported my son. So I didn't have to be the mom and the teacher. So that helped him to be more independent doing his schoolwork, and it helped me to stay mom and not really be the teacher. So there are ways to get around if your kids need to get the grip on this new way of learning. The benefits, oh my God, there are so many benefits. So one, if you compare, and then I'm going to dive in my core values about life, about teachers, a lot of teachers in schools, having teachers being basically the primary influence on your kids. So I'm gonna dive right in a couple of minutes. But just to touch on the benefits, if you compare the school days, so assuming that your kids have friends and social contacts, that you can help your kids make friends, facilitate them to clubs and stuff. School is not the only place where kids can make friends. Take that from me. So my kids have a lot of friends, and for the last couple of years, they didn't go to a local or an international school. And they're totally fine. They're totally socialized. They are invited for parties and stuff. It's really also up to the parents to help your kids to make friends, period. So at the end of the day, my kids basically just need 2 to 3 hours per day, focus school, and then they're done. And yeah, perhaps you think, and then what? What do they do? You will be stunned how fast a day can fly by. Like in those crazy lockdowns, we just hang out. We went to the river. We hang outside. We had play dates. Kids playing here. My kids were hanging out with other kids, and the days can look completely different when before they hopped on a school bus at 7 a.m. in the morning and were dropped off between 4 and 4:30, sometimes even 5 p.m. And sometimes they were even too late to be able to go with sunlight, with daylight to the beach because the bus was stuck or there was a traffic jam. And they were so tired when they came home from school, long days. They were really not super happy at school when I compared now. Now, my kids just do a couple of days of school. Now, of course, it's a big benefit. I work from home. I'm an online coach. I do affiliate marketing. So I also have passive income. I work just a couple of hours per day. And sometimes we just drive to the beach on a Monday, I don't know, at 10. Or we do other stuff. And I must say, there's more and more parents like myself who pull out their kids from school. And this is why. So why was I so happy to pull my kids out? Well, first, no matter how much you pay for a very highly graded, how do you say that, acknowledged international school, at the end of the day, I found out that there were a lot of underpaid, burned out teachers. Being the first influence of my kids, they were not really empathic. Not all the teachers I supported. I didn't believe in all the teachers. And I was like, okay, what am I doing? And since I'm an entrepreneur and I have very clear values about life and about making my income, I didn't really believe that the school system could teach my kids on how to create a passionate, happy life. I think they can learn a lot in school, like, reading and math and stuff they really need. But can a teacher or can a group of teachers who are, a lot of them, let's be real, are underpaid and overworked, how can they teach my kids to be the best version of themselves and follow their hearts like I did? So it made me think. And then also, so we became expats to also explore Costa Rica. And, oh, what's going on? Am I not live anymore? Oh yeah, I'm live again. I don't know what happened. Was my internet stuck? But we were not allowed to pull our kids out on alternative days. It was very, very strict at the international schools. So it didn't provide us the freedom that we dreamed about when we came to Costa Rica. Now, however, with an online school, we can go wherever. Even my kids can bring their laptops and do online school if we decide to travel for a couple of weeks. Like soon I'm going to go to the Netherlands for a couple of weeks. And my son can just continue doing his schoolwork because it's just 2 to 3 hours per day. So it's really, really a benefit. And overall, I see my kids happier. I see them more relaxed. I see them still hanging out with friends. And a lot of other parents are pulling their kids out because of the core values are not according to the family's core values anymore, especially what's been going on after the lockdowns. And I'm not going to go into details, but a lot of schools were supporting the big masses and a lot of individual families were not supporting the politics and the vaccination programs and the stuff. And with online school, you have more freedom. You have less chance that your kids are suppressed with ideas that you don't want to get in their heads. And I want to keep it respectful for everyone, but I think most people know what I mean. So this is really a way for families in Costa Rica, expat families in Costa Rica, just stick to your own core values according to, and then I want to mention the name World School, like values about life, about nature, but also about living. I'm not sure if it's guided that way anymore on schools in Costa Rica. And I believe that when I see my kids happy, and I see a lot of other kids, families happy who are doing the same type of school that my kids are doing, I think this is kind of a movement. And there's nothing wrong with having your kids home. Of course, you must facilitate it. Again, if you have a job that you must do outside of the house and you do not have a choice, who am I to say, like, force yourself to homeschool your kids? I know it's really not for everyone possible. So I feel really, really humbled that I'm able to do it that way. But you can also say, I want to strive to be able to do it. I'm going to change my own reality. I'm going to learn how to work online like you do, Muriel. If you're interested in that, just follow the description below my videos or reach out to me. I have several options for you, a starters program, coaching, whatsoever. But now, according to schools, I will drop the name of the school of my kids in the description below. It's called IVLA Learning. It's international, it's acknowledged, it's awesome. My kids are happy. It's affordable for most people. You can apply for information call. They have a lot of information on their website. What do you have to lose? Just check it out. And you can enroll any time of the year, which is a big benefit. You can take vacations any week of the year. So I believe this is true freedom if your kids are fit for it. I also have friends with kids. They don't like the teachers. The parents do not value the core values of the school, but their kids want to go to school because they don't want to miss out of their friends. And so there is a thing to say about any situation. I just want to, and I want to highlight that. But since a lot of people ask me, tell me more about that school, Muriel, I did it live. It was a bit messy because I couldn't find my tripod and the lighting was bad because it's dark. It's very late. But I want to serve you guys. I have nothing to hide. However, some things I keep for myself. If you want to have a private call with me on Telegram or another platform and ask me more private questions about how I think about stuff according to living in Costa Rica and schools in Costa Rica and Costa Rica for families, how I solve specific things, like there is a thing that I can tell you more about, like how do I solve the rule that kids are obligated to go to school when you're an expat in Costa Rica, when you're a resident. An online school is not permitted officially by the authorities, and there are ways to get around it, but it's not official, but yeah, you can apply for a call. It's not for free because you understand that we have to value each other's time, but I can give you a lot of extra information. A lot of one-on-one questions can be answered that you won't find in my videos. Fair deal, right? And I'm happy to serve you. And when you book a call, you can also get like a free copy of my ebook 7 Steps to Move to Costa Rica. So what are you waiting for? Reach out. In the description below all my videos, you will find all that information. This live video will be a recording automatically. Just tap the little tab lives, and then you will see this video pop up with all the information that I shared and that I refer to. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I'm always happy to hear your comments below. And with that being said, looking forward to meeting you one day in Costa Rica. Costa Rica is awesome, if you ask me, for a lot of reasons. A lot of those reasons you find in my videos. And well, I'm gonna go to bed now because I want to get up really early tomorrow to do some awesome stuff. And I'll see you soon. Bye bye, and thanks for watching.